It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Monday. Hope your weekend was great. It is Ethan along with Diana Tyndall from Modern Day Marketing. Thanks for being here again, Diana.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Sarah is, I don't know, we need to play the game. Diana said before we started, we need to play the game. Where on earth
Where
is Sarah
in the
Forehead?
world is Sarah Foreheads?
She's traveling the globe. She's currently in Egypt.
Wow.
She's in
With the
Egypt.
crocodiles.
She's in Cairo. She got in. She texted me last night at we were having pizza, and it was like 6:30 or 7, and she said it was 2 a.m. and she's going to bed. She just got to her hotel in Egypt.
Can I do a joke really quick?
Yeah, please.
Well, at least she's not in denial.
Not yet.
Oh, too early. Sorry.
Not yet.
Yeah, let's hope not.
But when I tell her we're gonna have to cut back on some trips, she may be.
Oh. Well, let's get to some news, Ethan.
Let's
right?
do some news. Yeah, we'll do some news. Boy, it was a weekend of severe weather all across much of the country, including right here in the Ozarks. One of the biggest problems we had here was flash flooding because of all the rain. There were several water rescues over the weekend, including 4 kayakers pulled from the James River near Clever. Their kayaks flipped over in the fast-moving water, and the people in them had to be rescued. Then also in Webster County, a box truck got stuck in floodwater and became pinned to a tree. 3 people inside there had to be rescued. And then in Good Hope, Missouri, 2 women and a baby were pulled from a vehicle that was swept away in floodwater from a creek. They were in a van, and they tried to cross a bridge, and the van stalled in the water. Passersby saw this happen. They jumped in to help, as did sheriff's deputies from Douglas County. But the van was swept off the bridge and then traveled downstream, which how frightening would that be?
Oh, my word.
Then a boat. So it got lodged. A boat from Douglas County Conservation Agency was brought in and was able to get the women and the baby out safely. So fortunately, very scary situation. You can't imagine what's going through their minds as they were going through this ordeal. But fortunately, no one was hurt.
Wow. Well, perfect timing for such good citizens to stop by. But a
Absolutely.
good reminder, turn around, don't drown. Turn around. And
That's right.
yeah, I probably drove through some stuff I shouldn't have. And all those things. But yeah, in other parts of the country, the problem was high winds and tornadoes. In Oklahoma, unfortunately, 4 people lost their lives in tornadoes. They damaged houses and other buildings and knocked down trees and power lines. Springfield-based Convoy of Hope is responding with essential relief supplies for survivors of the storm. Convoy has a team on the ground in Nebraska and Iowa, where tornadoes damaged dozens of houses outside of Omaha and alongside the state line between Nebraska and Iowa. Obviously, you can follow Convoy of Hope and their response to the storms on Instagram and Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and X. So,
yeah, it was a busy weekend. I was while I was down at a swim meet for my girls in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I was on the computer doing work and talking about where we're going and alerting media, all those sorts of things.
Wow. Yeah. Never a dull moment in the Foreheads house, for sure.
That's true. That's true.
Well, Springfield Victims Memorial Garden has 8 commemorative bricks, new ones, that is, honoring victims of crime. Brick laying ceremony was held as part of the National Crime Victims' Rights Week. The Victims Memorial Garden is located inside of Phelps Grove Park, and it was created back in 1991 to honor victims of crimes and create a place where their families can visit to find comfort with others who have experienced similar losses. So
that's always a very moving ceremony when they have it out there every year. We've covered it in the news several times, and it's just you see a lot of the same families that are out there every year, and from some of the bigger name crimes that you've heard of around the Ozarks. So it's neat that they have kind of a group that they can get together and counsel each other, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Greene County, they're giving out more money, COVID money, that is, from the federal government. Just gave grants to 31 small businesses totaling $336,000. It's the largest single dollar amount. The largest single dollar amount, that is, was $28,000 to M Park. The grants come from the federal government and were intended to help small businesses deal and recover from the COVID lockdowns. So
It's crazy
on
that,
that list. Yeah.
and it's so weird that we're still giving it out. We're so far removed now. I mean, if your business is still in business, I think you made it, but
Yeah.
they'll take the money. I get that. Could have used it a while ago. Kansas City Chiefs and Royals are still smarting after a tax to pay for stadium improvements failed last month, as you know. The two professional teams were together on that tax issue, but now they're going to try to go their separate ways and get the funding individually. The Royals are trying to build a brand new $2 billion stadium. They were planning to spend $1 billion on their own and then use tax income for the rest. The Chiefs were planning to spend $300 million of their money as they're part of an $800 million renovation of Arrowhead. They say they will now consider leaving Arrowhead Stadium, which I think is getting the attention of some Chiefs fans. There's talk that they could move over the line to Kansas, who would be more than welcoming.
Yeah.
With some of the tax things that they've got lined up. I don't know. We'll see. But I think taxpayers, it's just a lot of money.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of money to think about what you could do, right? Versus improvements. And you're like, come on.
Well, and if you go to games, it's hundreds of dollars, maybe $1,000, depending on how many people you take to the game. You have to pay to park. It's so expensive. And then
$10 for a beer.
Taxed on top of it. I can understand how the folks there would say, hey, you guys seem to be making pretty good money. You're paying your players very, very well. Maybe you could handle it. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what
Sticking
happens.
with football, the NFL draft happened over the weekend, and this is crazy. 275,000 fans showed up for one day to watch the draft in Detroit.
Wow.
I mean, it's huge, this draft thing. It's huge.
That's a lot of love.
That's a record for a one-day attendance for the draft. 275,000 people. Well, anyway, at the draft is where the commissioner of football delivered a few nuggets about possible changes coming to the game. He wants to get rid of some preseason games and move to an 18-game regular season. Doing so would move the Super Bowl to President's Day weekend, giving people, a lot of people, the day off after the Super Bowl, which there's been a petition before to have make it a holiday the day after the Super Bowl. Well, this would kind of fix that because a lot of people have President's Day off. Not everybody, but a lot of people. So he says right now they're just ideas, but that's what Goodell would like to see, the commissioner.
Well, not a bad idea. I mean, if you're an employer, you can probably guess that most people are not going to be showing, I'm not feeling so good, boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We know why. We all know why. Well, our economy is not doing that great, but you probably already knew that. The U.S. gross domestic product grew at a much slower rate than what was expected. It grew only at 1.6% during the first quarter, and analysts predicted a rate of 2.5%. So that means the U.S. economy grew at its slowest pace in nearly 2 years as inflation continues to hurt American families. Yeah. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, everybody is.
With teenage boys trying to feed
expensive.
them.
Well, just go like this weekend. We were out to eat for every meal because we were in a different town. And man, one place, the four of us for lunch.
Oh, let me guess. $70.
$60.
Oh my goodness.
$60. Yeah, for four people to have lunch.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Man.
And that's probably without
we had water,
right?
We had water. We drank water.
And that doesn't include the tip, or it does?
This was at a place you didn't even have to tip because you order at the thing.
Wow.
$60.
That's a lot. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Well, speaking of tipping,
Yeah.
Domino's Pizza is incentivizing tips for drivers. Get this.
Yeah.
Starting today, Domino's will give a $3 tip to customers who tip their delivery drivers. Isn't that cool? The $3 tip will be available on their next order. Domino's says these days, everywhere you go, there's a tip screen. So the pressure to tip is real, even when no extra service is provided. So we decided to flip the script and show our appreciation by tipping customers back. And that's kind of weird, but cool.
I
I'm
think it's a
curious how
really
that's
neat
going to work.
idea. I think it's a really neat idea. It's a smart move on Domino's part because it puts them
Yeah.
in our boat with we're like enough tip screens. I had 1,000,000 of those this weekend, and you're and they're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nothing above and beyond. Nothing
Yeah.
extra. It's just handing me a coffee through a drive-through window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which actually happened. But this is the drivers getting out. They're walking to your car. I feel like drivers deserve a tip.
Well, I don't know how that's going to work from a financial status. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's just a break even. Like you turn around and tip, but then the delivery, so they're losing money
Yeah.
on it. But maybe again, it's an incentive that you're going to order there than going to the competition. Who knows?
Well, it's PR is I think as you know that
Yeah.
they're getting good PR from this
Yeah.
from being on our side of the tip situation.
Yeah. It's like a $3 coupon.
Right. Domino's is on the customer side, so they're
Yeah.
going to lose some money in the short term, but they're endearing themselves to us.
Yeah.
We had Domino's last night.
Hey,
I got
there
home.
you go. And you know what? They're going to tip you.
We got 3 large Yes, exactly right. I go pick it up though because I like it right out of the oven.
Yeah, same.
So I went and picked it up. But last night there was a deal for larges. I think $6.99 for 2 topping larges.
Carry
So
out for carry out. Oh yeah, we do that.
Yeah,
all the
carry
time.
out. We got 3 larges for less than we got 1 pizza the day before in Bentonville.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the kids like the pizza at Domino's better. So
Yeah.
Domino's it is.
I feel your world. The kids are dictating where we eat and what we don't eat and
That's
all
right.
the food. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, hey, we got Mother's Day's coming up. As you know, we have a Mother's Day giveaway that we want you to know about. We want you to enter so that you can win something for your mom. We're giving away, let's see, a $150 gift card for a flower arrangement from our friends over at the Flower Merchant. They do great work over there.
They do.
And a $50 gift card to Civil Kitchen. So you can have a nice meal at the Civil Kitchen.
Yes. So good.
That's a good combo, isn't it?
It's a great restaurant. Oh my goodness. You can get their French dip.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Their chicken and fried chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
So good.
It's a good place. So go to aroundtheozarks.com. You can also enter on the Around the Ozarks app for your smartphone. If you don't have that, I suggest you get it because the podcasts are on there as well. We make it easy for you. But again, enter into the Mother's Day giveaway 2024 gift card for a $150 flower arrangement from the Flower Merchant and then a $50 gift card to Civil Kitchen. And good luck. Best of luck to all the moms out there and all the kids who don't want to have to spend their own money to get mom something. This is the way to do it, right?
Yeah. And if you don't win, they're both locally owned businesses. So go support and shop local because that's everybody can use small business support. I can tell you that.
You bet. And they're kind enough to sponsor us here. You can see there are other sponsors running at the bottom of your screen: the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Those are all great small businesses that are local and do good work. So we thank them for sponsoring the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to be with me the rest of the week, Diana?
I am. Here.
Okay.
Here
I look forward to it. Thank you for filling in when Sarah's gone. It's like almost a full-time job, isn't it?
Some days it is. You do a great job, though.
Okay. Well, have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you back here on